Hey, we are gonna try to get this thing started off nice and easy.
One, two.
Nice and slow, maybe. Alright, let's see. This is going pretty well. I just made this scene in OBS Studio not too long ago. Thought it'd be a nice little placeholder for all the cool things we're doing here on the YouTube channel. Alright. So I'm just gonna be chilling out tonight, really. Maybe talking to chat as they roll in. But I'm wide open for any advice if anything's too loud or not loud enough. We can definitely figure something out here. Yeah, this is a song called Circuit off of one of the newest lo-fi albums that was released. It's definitely a funky little song. Kind of lures you into a false sense of chillness at the beginning and then just goes all out for it. Brings it right back home. Hey, sweetie. I hope you're doing alright. We're not doing much this stream. I might be convinced to play a game, but I'm just gonna hang out here, guys. Hey, Katie. Hope you're doing alright. Yes, it's been quite a Monday. I hope you guys have had a decent day. I've read a little bit about both your situations, and I have nothing but love and prayers for you. Sweetie finding a house, and Katie parting with the goat babies. I love those little guys. Make sure to take so many pictures before they get shipped off to a good place. You guys, if things are just a little too loud or this or that, just let me know for sure. Yeah. Hopes and prayers with you guys, for sure. You guys want to see something cool? A little transition I've been working on. You're going to see the main screen I'm looking at now, but it's a cool transition. Yeah. Little flame, little flame. Little sizzle you can hear as it transitions into a different scene. And then we'll just pop it back. No, there's I'm mainly using OBS Studios, and you can truly make it as fancy as you want it to be. it's quite the software, for sure. Yeah. I've been really busy this last week. I've had so much homework to do and so many exams and stuff due over the weekend. I just really wanted to go home and focus on something I wanted to do, whether it's fixing stuff or creating stuff on the internet and just relaxing without reading chapters and taking exams. I think it's really important to have that separation at least once a day or one day of the week. Just do something that makes you feel like you again. Getting back to the basics is all that matters. Hey guys, I'm not gonna sit here and make you listen to this entire album. I'm probably gonna hop around to a few different songs that maybe from this album and the last album that I made that kind of stand out in terms of excellence, I suppose. You know, every song on an album can't be a #1 hit. Some of my favorite bands, their most popular songs come from one album out of 1 year that they released, and just some of the others fall by the wayside, but it takes time to make all of these, truly, and make the video and put them together, so there's none that really lack my love, but some just hit different. You guys know how it is. So yeah, this song's coming to an end. I'll hop to one that's one of my favorites off of this album. It's called Giza. This one kind of has this spatial quality to it. I'm tripping over my words because I have music blasting in my ears. But yeah, it's very relaxing while having these solid bass notes that kind of ring through the purity of the chords that are presented. I don't really know how long I'll be streaming tonight. I don't have too much time, but I wanted to try out a few things in OBS. This main screen here is one of the things for sure. It's a nice little plug into OBS. that you can make as a scene. Oh, got a text, 1 second. You can make as a scene, and it's an MP4 file at the base, so I used Canvas Studio, went in there, made an MP4 file that would move, added some effects, uploaded it, and set it to loop, and it's working really great, I think. Okay, so I think I'm gonna hop to one of my first albums and play a couple songs off of there. There's nothing like the first, really. Nothing like the first. I always enjoy it. Yeah. Let's start off with one of my favorites from this first album called Echoes. Sometimes it's hard to wind down. I've been home for a few hours and been busy on the computer, reading emails, sorting through some assignments that I have to do later on this week. So the name of the stream is, Chillin. Chillin, listen to music. Can you also make that in Streamlabs, or is it only in OBS? I'm pretty sure you can do it in Streamlabs, sweetie. I don't know if it's word for word what they call it in Streamlabs, but in OBS they call it scenes. Then you choose to upload what file is it called? I can tell you. Let's see. So yeah, you choose to upload a media source. Man, I should have known that off the top of my head. So yeah, you choose to upload a media source, and in that sense it can be an MP4 file. You can go into some sort of software, create a nice background, and then animate it. And you've done certain stuff like that. You have great intros to your streams and fun songs that play, so you are well more than capable than I am to create something that's great. But yeah, I would say Streamlabs definitely can do it. I'm sure there's big streamers out there that use Streamlabs over OBS, because OBS at its core takes up a lot of processing power, but I find it a lot more user-friendly to use than Streamlabs, and that's just subjective. Because it can get very complicated. It can get as complicated as you want it to be. But for something fun, visual, entertaining, I'm sure you can do something great. Just poke around, click on some settings. I think I'll go to one of my other favorite songs on this album, called Eternal. And for the sake of this, let's do a little transition. See the live music video. Ooh, I seem to have messed that up slightly, but we'll get there. Here we go. Hey, Izzy's in. Hope you're doing alright tonight, sweetie. Well, not that sweetie. My sweetie. Sweetie Izzy. Did you make it in time to see the little flame transition as I entered from a standing screen to a live monitor projection? This is a live monitor here. You can see my little arrow moving. Whoops. Sort of practicing transitions, and then it's sort of harder than I thought it would be, honestly. I can hear the music a little bit, but barely. Not sure if it's a stream thing or on my side. Let me Oh, I see what's happening. One second. Huh. I wonder if that's gonna affect OBS in any way. One second, guys. Interesting. I have a hotkey assigned to get back to this title screen here, but the hotkey within YouTube is also assigned to do something in regards to starting over the music, so I had that issue slightly earlier and I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, I'll raise up the volume slightly for the music. Yeah, I might have to assign different hotkeys because I might add some shifts or something just to separate it from YouTube, because I have the hotkeys assigned to the number pad, but it's interfering with YouTube in a very odd way. But hey, welcome in, Ranger. Get your butt to work. That money making don't come free. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. I'm just sort of messing around with OBS and listening to some of my favorite songs. But yeah. Well, I was telling the chat that I had an issue with when I pressed the hotkey. When I pressed the hotkey assigned to the OBS to make these scenes and slides pop up, it was interfering negatively with YouTube. So I'm gonna try to fix that. See, I'll press the number and it'll just skip forward X amount of seconds. Yeah, you see that little transition, a little flame before the next scene came in. It's getting places. I just don't think it's meant to really run side by side with YouTube, but I could always figure out a different hotkey for this specific purpose. But yeah, to answer Izzy's question earlier, if I'm using this for transitions, yes. Practicing transitions, which you can see I definitely need some improvement on, but just having a little fun and trying to relax. So we meet again, Ruby. I'll pop one of these in chat just to keep you at bay. There you go.
Three drop.
Hope you guys are doing alright tonight, everybody that came in here newly. It's Monday. Unless you live in Sweden, then it's Tuesday, so I guess tell me all about that. I was telling the guys earlier, I have a million different things to be doing right now. I could be reading countless chapters of homework, studying, doing exams, but I really wanted to focus a little bit of tonight just on myself to try to decompress from a hard weekend of studying and taking exams and Monday. You say it's over midnight where you are? Okay, well happy Tuesday, sweetie. That's great. Alright, since we have a couple Rangers in here, I'll play a song dedicated to the Rangers. How about that? I'm sure you guys have checked out this one before, but it's just a fun song.
Italian sausage.
Oh, we don't want any advertisements in here, so you guys just might have to hear about Little Caesars for a second.
For only $8.99. That's the lowest price in 3 meat pizzas.
Don't buy it, guys. Don't buy it. Yes. All right. This is one of the songs I still listen to about on the daily. It's just so fun. And I got a lot of people watching it too. It's honestly one of the more popular little singles I put out. Figure gets you kind of cool, Demon. Don't blow up his ego too much, Ruby. Izzy knows all about that. If I get too hot-headed, I'll start talking loud in public and embarrassing Izzy and dancing and stuff. Yeah, I'm still working on the whole smooth transitions into doing what I want on the internet while having YouTube up and OBS simultaneously running. I think a lot of it is just practice with the hotkeys, because this is my first time literally doing it. And I guess just the assignment of the hotkeys that are the issue is just not interfering, or interfacing rather, properly with YouTube, but that's okay. We're out here learning, having a fun time, laying down sick transitions, showing cool title screens. We're doing well out here, guys. It's good stuff. Inside Demon's head, 'tis a scary place. Let's hop back to the most current album. This was a fun song to make. Anksy Panksy. I love that little name. Oh, okay. You like the dancing bears, sweetie? The dancing bears, they were a really good touch, but the hardest part about the dancing bears is I wanted them to shake their little booties in like perfect timing with the beat drops. Just the bum 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 bum. Like, so I was literally just micromanaging these little bears to just shake their little butts in the perfect time, and I spent like I made the song, I uploaded it into editing software, background, little falling stars, but those bears took the majority of my focus, just making sure their little butts were swinging in motion. There's some odd things you'll find if you make thumbnails or make videos or edit videos. Just the small details that really encompass so much more of your time that no one will ever know about. Alright, see ya. See ya, AR. I hope you have a great night. And take a little extra long in that shower just for me. Yeah, hire you for my next camp video. Your camp videos are millennia's beyond what mine are, so I think you're doing just fine on your own. Oh, Izzy likes the little dancing bears. I bet she didn't know about the struggles I faced with the shaking bear butts. These are the type of things that men hold dear in their hearts that they don't express out loud. The type of the things that weigh down their consciousness for years and just sit heavy on them. Flamingos and cheese. And don't forget about the hot dogs. Hot dogs? Anyone want a hot dog? No, that was a fun stream last night. I couldn't catch too much of it. Izzy and I were having a good time, but she would run off to the bathroom and I would turn on the stream every once in a while and catch a few little micro doses of it, you know. Well, Izzy, I was trying to stress the importance of... Who knows? I was just trying to stress something. But yeah, just the micro details that no one notices or understands, I suppose, that takes you longer than what is expected, I suppose. Like let's see, I made a little thumbnail. I can show it here in a second. See, every time I press 1, it's gonna skip some of the songs ahead. But yeah, let me see if I can see it, just so I can give you another example of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I made a fun little picture of Ruby and Chaz in the theme of, Game of Thrones, I suppose. Yeah, Game of Thrones it's called. And one of the details that took so long is just so small and unnecessary in the whole entire picture. Yeah, let's see if I can blow this up a little. Yeah. I tell him I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. I just like to I like to do what we do, and then in the meantime, if I got a second, just check on the boy. Yeah. But yeah, one of the small little micro touches I was talking about. Yeah, this took a while. Rotoscoping faces, this and that. Some of the gradient, I added a border, added old-timey filters to it. This sword wasn't even in the picture. I'd cut a sword in half and placed it. But one of the smallest details are these little Swedish flags. I can't express how long it took for me to get a little Swedish flag banner on this horse. No, Izzy doesn't hold me hostage. We're not into that type of thing. I'm probably gonna get an angry text about that later. Never mind, I said nothing. But yeah, these little Swedish flags. I can't even express because there was an element on Canva that I was using that had this perfect element, but it was for pro members only. So what I ended up having to do was find my own on Google, and then I had to copy that into Microsoft Paint. I had to start the tedious process of rotoscoping all around each flag to make a transparent background. Had to clip that, save it, and then position it on this little horse. You know, maybe it wasn't so hard. I said all that in one breath, so maybe I'm just overstraining my work. This good work of making Ruby look like a princess. Chaz's grumpy face here. I don't know. I'm a fan of Chaz and his YouTube content and whatever, but hopefully it's not taken as creepy that I have a lot of pictures of Chaz's cut out decapitated head on my PC. Just ready to copy and paste and put it in whatever situation. Hopefully that doesn't make me a fanboy, but I think it's fun. You know, it makes everybody happy, right? It makes everybody happy just poking the mighty ranger every once in a while. Oh, he loves it. That's great. Half of the stuff I try to do is just out of fun and out of love at the end of the day. It's always important to try to make people happy in whatever means. Whether it's expressing a very small amount of talent you might have with editing or photoshopping or what have you. The best way to spread happiness is expressing your talents. Expressing what's in your heart, letting the world see it, see your passion exuding. Feeding his ego, this is why I have to bring him down. I try not to say too many negative things. I hopped into the stream last night, and I said something pretty... I didn't mean it in a negative way, but like I must have joined in and you guys must have just been giving him such a hard time because I was like, oh, this is a nice tutorial, and he's like, you shut the F up, Dem0n! I was like, oh my goodness. I was just... You were there, Ruby. But nah. You gotta make him feel good. You gotta make him feel good sometimes. Like Bear, you know, yeah, Bear. He gets so much from Stabby and... Admittedly, you as well, Ruby. I tell him he's doing a good job every so often. Makes him feel good about himself. This is one of my favorite songs on this new album. It's just such an interesting way how it came about creating it. But, yeah, it's kind of a groove. It's kind of a groove. I've always enjoyed it. Speak of the Stabby and she comes. Just got done about talking about how I bring up Bear's confidence sometimes because I know it gets brought down. I know it gets brought down easy with you guys around. Maybe not on purpose, maybe a little bit on purpose, but... You know, the Bear's gotta feel good about himself sometimes. If I can be that source, then so be it. Yes, welcome in, Stabby. Always appreciate you coming out. Whether it's to videos I post or these newly found live streams. It is always good to see some friends. Yeah, Bear. Bear does give a lot. He said some things to you which literally takes my breath away. I'm like, don't you understand? She's a lady. You can't say that to ladies, let alone another human. He gets wild sometimes. I don't know. The man has a lot of audacity. But maybe that's a good trait at the end of the day. He is a sassy bear. He is. I don't think I'm gonna refer to him as Daddy Bear. That's nah. You know, in America we have a pretty good, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if we consider like all of Europe just one big entity, maybe there's some inner conflict in between the Germanic countries, or I don't know, we don't differentiate too much, but I guess when you share a border with some countries like that, it gets a little icky. Yes, thanks for hanging out. If you guys have a preference of anything I should be doing, just let me know. If you don't like a song, you can skip it, but more so I'm just showing out some of my new album stuff, some of the old album stuff, just to see how it conveys properly on stream. One of the biggest tests I wanted to try out today was how OBS would stream using like an actual mic and headset. Cause last time I streamed, I was literally just using my laptop microphone. Just using my laptop microphone and just going about it that way. So maybe, hopefully the sound sounds a little better this stream. You can only hope, because I'm using a nice microphone that the lovely Izzy gifted for our anniversary. And it is way better than this little laptop.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus.
Oh,
And
I
this is
apologize
your
for
brain
the ad.
when you're in the
I'll
zone,
talk really
but
loudly
getting in
over it. Yeah, sorry, I'm still getting used to the transition. In the midst of the transition, you just might hear blaring sounds of the next song. Yeah, you like my little placeholder screen there, Stabby? It's fancy. It's got little embers floating around. It's pleasant to look at. And also I added hotkeys to transition smoothly between everything, but it's not working the best with YouTube. Every time I hit one of my hotkeys, it seems to fast forward the song or do this or that. Yeah, the hotkeys are great. You can kind of you don't have to be an OBS to activate anything. Like, let's see. Oh, I might have just activated a camera. I don't know. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so little hotkeys. I can activate a camera here. Hey guys, it's me. And yeah, little hotkeys to sort of go in between scenes. The weirdest thing about the hotkeys for like turning on and off the cameras, each little scene you create, it's you have to enter in a new hotkey to make it function properly, and it's just so bizarre. Like, you can't have Control-Shift-1 as one of the hotkeys for one scene, and then have it be the same for the next scene. It's so odd. So now I have like a on-off system for 3 different scenes, and it's just it's just ridiculous. But yeah, let's get back to some of these soundtracks here. Oh, see, I have the camera turned on here. That's hilarious. I was just reading my phone, not even knowing the camera was on. Some bumps in the roads. Let me try to fix that. Let's see if that turned it off. Yeah, there we go. You caught me zoning out. I was just reading chat, thinking I was alone. What the heck? I noticed that because I like looked at the stream on my phone and saw my face, and I was like, that's not what I wanted to happen. I'm never alone. And then I just have this 5 signs of overworked liver on the side. This isn't going well, guys. I got indigestion commercials interfering with my stream. I got unwanted camera functions happening. We'll get to a good point eventually. I'm so handsome, you think so? Oh, is he? I even got this camera working. Let's see if it pops up. Yeah, look at this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, enough of that. Good lord. Izzy likes when I put my hair down and act like I'm in an early 2000s emo band. It's one of my many talents. You're like a rock star. I've been growing it out this last year for whatever reason. A lot of people at work are questioning my sanity. One of the common responses I say is like, oh yes, I'm growing it out to prevent war in Eastern Canada. And they look at me all weird and they say, there's no war in Eastern Canada. And I say, then why should I risk that? And then they look at me weird and walk away, and it's great. And nobody talks to me for the rest of the day, and I am a happy demon. I don't know about the man bun. I like high ponytails. I like to wear hats. to get it out of my face. I think Izzy's against the man bun. I don't know. I'll have to ask her opinion. I know she doesn't like low ponytails because she thinks it makes me look like a World of Warcraft player with a neck beard or something. So it's up to her discretion. And that's okay with me. No, not to throw Izzy under the bus. I honestly do whatever I want in my life. But Izzy's opinion does mean a lot to me, because she has to see me most of the days.
Another settlement needs your help.
Yeah, sure, right away. I don't make it sound mean, Izzy. I'm teasing, of course. Well, maybe I don't know. How people perceive you is subjective. I just say little jokes, but no, Izzy's the sweetest person. The sweetest person ever, so she's generally nice. And I think I read that off of a script, so I should be alright by copyright laws. Yeah, I am the bad boy. I'm very selfish and a stern man, and sometimes my opinions come to the forefront when they have no place to be. But we can always learn from that and grow as people and a community. But I think I'm generally nice. Though when someone says that about themselves, it sounds very untrue at the same time. You say go to the next line of the prompt where you say that you're definitely not streaming for my basement. Ah, yes. Hey, Nerd in Paradise. It's always nice to see you. I don't know if you were in AR stream last night, Nip. I wasn't sticking around too long between intervals to see if you were there. Flamingo needs you. I tuned into that part and I had no idea what was going on. I guess he was a mascot for a baseball game, possibly, maybe a football game. Nip says I was there, but I was doing an excellent job of lurking. I do that several times. Yeah, what's his name? Like old gaming retro. I forget his exact YouTube name, but I really enjoy watching his streams. He's more on the stabby bear side of the community. I really enjoy watching his streams, but I always just lurk and I barely ever say anything. I think the only thing I've ever said was he sneezed and I typed bless you, and he didn't even acknowledge me, so I went back to just sinking into my chair like
I like streaming, watching all you guys.
But yes, Crazy Old Retro, that's his name. But no, he's always really entertaining to watch. I just never know what to say during his streams. But yeah, after my kind attempt to reach out and bless his sneezes was avoided, I just sunk into the shadow realm once again. But no, I don't need acknowledgement in streams. When I watch you guys, sometimes it's just to pass time or... Oh no, an advertisement! I didn't sign up for this! Oh, I need YouTube Premium. Oh, okay, back to North. There we go. Professional lurker. Yes, I'm a my lurker, yes. Okay, let's get back to it. There we go. This is one of the oddest songs off of my last album. It just, I really liked the creation of it and how it sounded, but it didn't quite have a feel like the rest of the songs, so I just sort of threw it in at the end of the album as a blast off towards the end. How about that? And maybe it did have a deeper meaning that I didn't know. Let's see. Good thing they cut down some bushes around here. You know what? If you would have told me that Sweden had bushes, I wouldn't have even known that. I thought it was an arid climate. Everyone was wrapped in cloth to avoid the treacherous sandstorms. That's what I thought. It's just... His stabby senses are going off. He knows she's around here somewhere. She's lurking. Ever silent, but knife ever sharpened. You talking about Dune? Here's a hot take. I don't really like the Dune franchise at all. The old movies were entertaining to watch just because they were horrible CGI. Maybe some of the actors, I know Captain Picard was in there. Jean-Luc Claude Van Damme, I don't know what his name is, but I think the modern remakes are cheesy. I don't like Timothée Chalamet, I don't like Zendaya. I think they've been overpopularized in the media and in every other movie. I think they're great actors and actresses, but I think Dune should just eat some sand. I think we already listened to this one this stream. This is one of the first songs I made, for sure. It probably didn't have a place in this album. It was definitely a little odd compared to what else was in here, but I threw it in here because it holds a good spot in my heart as one of the first sort of attempts I've made, and I just sort of like the overall feeling of it. Like a dreamy-esque listen, maybe transcending you to a different place. You say we're not friends anymore. You know, I'm a nerd in so many other senses. I love me some Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, etc. But Dune, I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm not into all that spice. Does anyone else in the chat have some hot takes on some movies that they're not quite a fan of? Maybe popular in the amongst current media, but never quite sat with you, correct? We're friends again. Excellent. You could get rid of the sandworms, but never the Force. Or more so Lord of the Rings. If you don't like Lord of the Rings, something is very wrong. Demolition Man, yeah. I know Chaz talks about Demolition Man fondly. One of my other buddies loves it too. It just must be so many great movies were made in the late 80s and 90s. Almost too numerous to count. But Demolition Man, it's a good one. I've always liked it. I've never watched the Friends series. I don't think I've sat down and fully watched it either. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes. You know, when it came on air on real TV back in the day when you had to catch it at a certain time. I know they have it on some streaming services, but before I met Izzy, I really wasn't a fan of streaming services. I don't think I officially own any service. I just use Izzy's services. She has a handful of them, but I'm not really a fan of sitting down on my own and binge watching TV. I like maybe an occasional movie, but if I'm by myself, there's no way I'm gonna sit down and watch like 3 hours of a series. Though as I say that, I did that last weekend just to kind of catch up with. not to be hypocrite, but I'm just not too into series. Chaz tried to revoke my membership for siding with you last night. Chaz was getting wild last night. I popped in and heard some of that stuff. I'm just kidding though. All the Forever 21 movie, or Forever 21 models. You talking Twilight? That was really popularized when I was in high school, and I read every book and I enjoyed it. Even the movies I kind of liked. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure. It was just such a pop culture thing at the time, I suppose, as Harry Potter might have been as well, but yeah, I've read all the Twilights. My school tried to ban one of the books, maybe New Moon or something, for some weird reason, but that was sort of around the time where they started taking away, you know, Tom Sawyer and stuff off the shelves, and some of that stuff understandably, but truly, a lot of the books are like a snapshot into history. Maybe nothing that a teenager should be reading and absorbing in high school, but Twilight New Moon, I didn't understand that. Were they scared of all them kisses? They were scared of all them stabby little vampire kisses. Back to a different album here. That was a lot of the songs off of my first album, so the stream's not gonna go. Sounds illegal. The stream's not gonna go too terribly long. Hey, how about we play this song? There's some Fallout fans I see in here. Nerd watches nerd things. Sometimes it's the best things. Bill Nye the Science Guy. For one of my English classes, I wrote a whole comprehensive essay about Bill Nye the Science Guy. Now that's some nerdy stuff. A freaking 6-page essay regarding Bill Nye. Come on, what am I even thinking?
Falling for her is easier than it seems.
No, hey, alright, I understood that. What I was getting at was, I think people were just teasing you so much that when I came in and tried to compliment the game, you were like, "Leave me alone! Everybody let me alone!"
Crawling to you as fast as I can go.
Fast and the Furious series was a joke. I think I watched the first up till about Tokyo Drift, and then I just lost all interest, honestly.
Falling apart, falling down from above. In this fall,
Put your face on an altar and pray to you each day, so you're... I wouldn't say that, though I do have more pictures of your face on my PC than anyone else would feel comfortable with, just for the sake of photoshopping.
Just to make sure that you're all mine, all despite the hellfire. Falling apart, falling down from above. In this fallout, I'm falling.
No,
in
Chaz doesn't have a specific folder yet. He doesn't have enough gigabytes for that,
in
but
this
maybe one
fallout.
day.
Yes, I'm falling. Yes, I'm falling. You know I'm falling in love.
180 off his bike. Ooh. Don't want to play anybody else's music in here. I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, so far during the stream, I've just been playing. Let me get out of here 1 second, guys. So far during the stream, I've just been playing all music that's been created by me versus or via using some audio music software. So, one of the main reasons I started making music was to purely avoid copyright infringement. Um, one of the first videos I did. Let's see if I can scroll back and find it. It was where is it? It was when I was playing like a game called Scribbillo, something like that. I used a YouTube provided music track. It was in YouTube Studio. You can scroll down and look at their audios, and I used something that YouTube suggested I used, and it got copyright striked. And that just blew me away. Not that copyright strikes would have hurt my channel at that point, or would have even hurt it now, but I was just upset. So I started looking into various options to avoid that, whether it was using specific sounds that were free of royalty or this or that. But I found creating your own sounds and music, it started off with sound effects, honestly. It was just a way of avoiding that. You kind of retain ownership over the sounds and music that you create, and if they try to strike it, then you have some sort of digital ownership over it, so it's just not going to happen. And that can avoid a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, some fun stuff. I would hate to be a big YouTuber and get stricken for something silly like that, like someone hopping into Discord and playing Taylor Swift, and then all of a sudden your 3-hour live stream is not unmonetized. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Let's get back into it for a couple more songs, then I'm gonna hop out of here for the night, guys. Mission Impossible series held me for a while, but when Tom Cruise did a 180 on his bike at like 100 miles per hour to shoot those guys, I turned it off and never looked back. Tom Cruise lost me when he tried to make one of the new age mummy movies. It was just so silly, and his acting is just not good enough to I mean, you guys know who Tom Cruise is. He's an action guy. It was an action movie, but there were some serious scenes where he just had this like dumb duck looking face when something serious was happening. I'm like, I don't believe it, because the original Mummy movies were some of my absolute favorite movies of all time. I loved Brendan Fraser, and I could watch those over and over again because they're just so, groundbreaking for some CGI technology, whether it was sand simulations or mass army simulations. Some of those early on simulations that we see countless times again started with like 1999 Mummy movies, just some of the technology being written and coded specifically to get a certain effect, and they're just great. So when Tom Cruise put his little size 6 shoe in the sand to try to fill that in, you can't fill Brendan Fraser's 6'2", size 18 shoe. That ain't gonna happen. He's way too handsome. No homo. Okay, DJs don't leave the party till it's over. Who dictates that? I do have a bedtime. Yeah, they were so good. Perfectly casted. I don't know anyone's name, sadly, beyond Brendan Fraser, because that's obviously the main actor, but the guy that played Emotep, just phenomenal at his role. He was just such a scary dude, handsome man, but like, geez, some of the... And it was graphic, and my parents let me watch that stuff. Speaking of Egypt, here's a song that played earlier in the stream, but it's one of my favorites off of the new album, so I'll let it roll once again. I don't think you'll see any special emojis for a long time on my channel, Stabby. The main actress... Let me read that slowly. I think the name of the main actress was something like that hot chick. I mean, I don't know if she was really British, but yeah, I'd agree. Little 6-year-old Adam loved to watch that movie for many reasons. Yeah, there was... Looking back at that movie, there was, you know, serious actress, Brendan Fraser, that one hot chick, as she was so aptly named, and then, other than that, there was, like, so many other handfuls of just comic relief characters. I mean, her brother, Brendan Fraser's old friend, some random guy that they met, it was just like... I think a movie like that might have needed some extra comic relief, since people were literally getting their souls sucked out of them from the Egyptian curses they were unleashing, so it was a good balance. It was a really good balance. Great sets. Not even 30. Alright, Nip. Thank you so much for coming out. And everybody, let's do some false tuck-in emojis. Somebody pick a good emoji and just tuck them in using that. How about that? He's not even 30, allegedly. Oh, I get it. I get it. You were feeling slightly self-conscious about your age, so you're gonna step out of the scenario. Nah, age is just a number, and a number is just a creation by man. YouTube slacking on the tuck-in emojis. I think, hey, that's a good tuck-in emoji. Stabby? Little cat in the box. I think I'm slacking on creating a following that will allow me to create custom emojis such as the tuck-in emoji. I'll have to ask Chaz. I think I don't even know the requirements of what you have to do to be able to create your own emojis. If I were to create my own emojis, they probably wouldn't be as cool as the little Pepe getting tucked into bed. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna let these last 5 minutes, these last 2 songs play out, guys, and I'm gonna end the stream. Sorry for lurking, get ready for work. Yeah. I'm not desperate to make any emojis, but it would be a nice little touch for people. I'll have to think of some ideas. But yeah, like I said, I'll let these last two songs play out and probably in the stream, but this has been great. You guys got to see my little waiting screen here, some fire transitions. Everyone likes these little transitions. I've got a lot of positive feedback on it. Sorry, I need to still work on my hotkey fixes. It fast forwards the videos. But yeah. It has been a good time. A lot of things learned. Say AR doesn't know. He steals all his emojis. I doubt it. And if so, who cares? Little trademarks on emojis are such a fickle thing to fight over, right? Unless they're literal NFTs worth thousands. Unsuccessful. Yes, thank you so much for stopping by, sweetie. It wasn't too much of a active stream. I pulled up a few different windows, showed you a few different things, but nothing other than just hanging around, listening to some music, talking.
We meet here again, though our time is short.
You say I know. I was being funny again. Yeah, I got you.
Together until the end.
I wouldn't take that seriously. AR is a chivalrous knight and has honor far beyond stealing little Pepes. What do flamingos do for work? Do they balance? Pepes are in the fair use. They're over 100 years old. They can be pepified in history. Pink stuff. Oh, everyone wants a little pocket Pepe, why not? Alright guys, that marks the end of the song. We've hopped around from a few different songs, a couple of different albums to pick out some of my favorites. So I will think I'm gonna hop off in the stream, get some dinner, and try to have a good night for myself. Little pocket pepper. But yes, guys, thank you for stopping out. It is always so nice to have you out. Talk to every one of you. I'm sure next time I stream, I don't have a set date for anything. I don't want to be restricted to this or that since I've been busy myself, but we'll definitely get back into playing some sort of game, and with these new transitions and 6 side effects, we're gonna be some quality here. We're gonna have some quality. Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you. And have a good time at work, AR. You guys have a good time going to sleep over there in Europe. And thank you, Nit, for hopping out. All right. I must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Farewell. Thank y'all for coming. See you next time.